I think it's important for people to have a connection with the outdoors because this is where it's all so real. This is where life happens.
It was scary, I'm not gonna lie.
When you're up there, you're thinking, I don't know if this is worth it. Woo! This is steep!
It's a big run for me. It's a big boat. I'm kind of an adrenaline junkie. I'm always looking for that big adventure. It's addictive.
Away we go. Bonsai. The snow condition was perfect. The sun was out. I mean, you can't ride it any better.
It was skiing a dream.
Whoa! Join us for some of Idaho's most excellent adventures.
Funding for Outdoor Idaho is made possible by the Friends of Idaho Public Television, by the Laura Moore Cunningham Foundation, committed to fulfilling the Moores' legacy of helping to build the great state of Idaho, by the Corporation for Public Broadcasting, and the Idaho Public Television Endowment.
Is there an adventure that you've always wanted to experience? That's the question we posed to our Outdoor Idaho Facebook friends. And I gotta say, we got back some pretty interesting responses. After all, this is the Adventure State. Hi, I'm Bruce Reichert, and welcome to Outdoor Idaho. So we decided to showcase a few of those ideas, and maybe we even provided some motivation in a program we call My Excellent Adventure. It's not often that we take extra people along on an Outdoor Idaho trip. But in this case, we're making an exception. Welcome!
Hello.
You must be Jim.
I am.
Hi, Jim. This is Jay.
Jim.
Hey, how you doing?
So, and you brought your kids. You must be Haley. Hi, Haley. Nice to meet you. This is Jay. Loman, good to meet you. Jim Hendricks wants to share an adventure with his two teenagers before they leave the nest. So we're going to give them one.
This is all my old backpacking gear, and I'm finding that Loman likes to do a lot of the things that I like to do. He likes to sleep outside. He likes to bivvy it. My son Loman is a senior in high school. My daughter Haley, she's transitioning from the junior high ranks to the high school ranks.
The kids have an Idaho connection that they'll never lose.
They're named after Idaho towns, and that comes from the passion I have for Idaho and the outdoors.
Our camp is near the trailhead that will take us into the high country of the Sawtooths. Tomorrow morning, we'll start our 16-mile hike to Spangle Lakes, the headwaters of the Middle Fork of the Boise River. The chilly August morning soon warms with the sun, but a distant forest fire threatens to turn blue skies hazy. Not what we want for a photo shoot that includes scenics and interviews for two other shows we're working on. Hopefully it will lift when we get up the trail. This string of pack horses will help us carry heavy camera gear, food for the horses, and lighten our packs for the steep hike. Horses are a great way to get into the backcountry, but you need to respect their boundaries to avoid an accident. Darrell, we've got the Hendricks family here who, this will be, for some of them, the first time they've packed with animals, and maybe you could give them a few pointers.
Okay. First thing we want to do is we always want to watch our toes. So when we approach a horse, come up, and it's always best to come up right here in this front shoulder and just acknowledge them, just use your voice, and then pet them right in here. You don't want to be on this end. Horses are very defensive, and if you was to shock one or something here, he'd kick you.
As outfitter Darrell Allred packs up the horses,
looks like that's going to work.
The Hendricks decide to get a head start up the trail.
Having the horses there this time, that added a whole new dynamic to it. You get to see that Western horseman kind of a feel that brought a different side to the outdoor experience.
They quickly put some distance between themselves and the rest of the group. providing an opportunity for some family bonding.
It's a great experience to just get out to a new place where we haven't been, because he knows how much we love being outdoors. And I think he just wanted us to be out here as a family, especially with the divorce.
I love it. It's being able to get out and experience new things, get out farther and branch off from anywhere that other people have ever gone.
The rest of the group eventually catches up where the trail is blocked by fallen trees. This is an unexpected challenge for Darrell and his horses.
Quite a bit of downfall, some pretty bad spots to get around. But these horses get used just about every day through the summer, so they're more experienced. They gather their feet and they don't panic.
Just being around those big animals, it was kind of cool to see just them packing all of our gear and them jumping over the giant logs that were blocking our trail. It was crazy to see.
After a long day on the trail, we finally stop to set up camp for the night. The rushing waters of the middle fork of the Boise River will lull us to sleep. An early bedtime is welcome. After a quick but hearty breakfast, it's time to shoot some interviews. Lohman helps out by holding the light reflector, which isn't too difficult. But the real test is folding it up. Not as easy as it looks. And then, success.
You're a real production assistant. Nice job.
Luckily, the smoke from the forest fires has lifted, so we're able to get our scenic shots after all.
I think it's important for people to have a connection with the outdoors because this is where it's all so real. This is where life happens. It was a breathtaking spot. It was a very special time for me because it was a really big connection moment for us.
A few hours later, the trail brings them to Spangle Lakes.
The things that I was able to learn about my kids and the things that I was able to see them grab onto and know that those things are not going to go away. They're going to carry that on.
It's hard for most teenagers to get away from technology. But for a few days, Lohman and Haley are cut off.
Actually, my phone is dead, so I'm able to live without my phone for quite a while.
That in and of itself was awesome for me as a dad trying to get his kids to unplug and enjoy all of this. I know as I age, this will be something that will be thought about and remembered very fondly for as long as I walk this earth. It's been a true joy.
This collection of jagged giants forms the Lost River mountain range in central Idaho. The state's highest peak, Mount Bora, rises to 12,668 feet.
Looks a little bit scary to me.
It looks like there's a rock or two up there.
I hope it's not blowing tomorrow as we're climbing.
Well, you can guarantee it's going to be blowing.
For Declo, Idaho native Gina Darrington, mountain climbing is a fairly new passion. Tomorrow, she and her husband Shane will attempt to make the summit.
I'm excited. I'm pretty excited about doing it. Just to say that I've done it and it was a thrilling and exciting and a great adventure.
Every year, hundreds of people from all over the world take on the tallest peak in Idaho. And many underestimate the challenge.
I think in terms of overall difficulty, Bora definitely ranks in the top 10 in the country.
Many climbers like the Darringtons plan their own trip, hoping to find the right trails to get to the top safely. But others hire professionals like Sawtooth mountain guides.
I'd say at least 50% of our clientele for Mount Bora are high pointers, groups of folks that are trying to tick off all the highest peaks in the 50 states. It seems like Bora ranks right up there.
Most Bora climbers camp out overnight at the base so they can get an early start. The trip up and down can take from 8 to 12 hours depending on conditions and physical fitness.
I think the thing that is often unanticipated is just how big of a day it is. 5,200 vertical feet from trailhead to summit is significant.
Just got steeper and steeper, and then rock here.
Gina feels like she's in pretty good shape for the challenge.
I'm pretty active. I do a lot of cycling and run a little bit, but I think that keeps me physically fit to do stuff like this.
As the sun hits the top of the peaks, Gina and Shane start to feel the burn. The summit still seems miles away. Now at the base of a jagged outcropping of granite known as Chicken Out Ridge, Shane decides he's reached his limit.
I'm a flatlander. Hey, this next part's not for me.
I don't mind it as long as I know I'm going in the right direction.
The Chicken Out Ridge section is exposed, and in a lot of places, if you actually slipped and fell, it could be bad.
I guess what you don't know is good. I think if you just don't look down and just look where you're putting your hand and your feet, I think you'll be okay.
It was scary, I'm not gonna lie. I'm just glad it wasn't very far. Oh, doesn't look like this is the way. Don't think we want to go this way. I don't know which way would be better. This way or that way?
She decides to follow the trail around the ridge,
Woo!
but soon finds herself on a treacherous grease lip.
This is steep!
There's not really a trail up there, so you're kind of, oh, maybe it's over here, or maybe it's over there.
I feel like a bug.
And so you're scurrying over rocks trying to see if you could see where there'd be maybe some footprints.
Well, we're tired, but we're almost to the top.
Back on track, she pushes on to the summit.
My ears are starting to pop. It's getting high. Don't fall. This way. Oh, we made it. We made it. Yay!
From the top of Idaho, the views stretch out for hundreds of miles in any direction.
Spectacular.
You can see all sorts of things all the way around you. Mountaintops over mountaintops.
Gina takes a break to sign into the summit register and rest before the long trip down the mountain.
It was a long, hard trek. It's a challenge physically and mentally to do something like that. I guess you get bragging rights and you get to say that you've done it. You can pat yourself on the back and say that you did it. Be proud of that.
The main fork of the Payette River is a playground for local boaters. A handful of Class 3 rapids with lazy stretches in between makes it the perfect classroom for a rookie rower. Adrienne Berlisle isn't exactly a rookie. She's been rowing for years, but never in big water and always in someone else's craft.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
Today she is finally the captain of her own boat.
Lots of rocks.
A 16-foot cataract she calls the Green Machine.
It's a big boat. It's a bigger boat than I'm used to, so just getting used to the layout is going to be different for me. And I'm not a super experienced boater, so it's just nerve-wracking anyways, but I think it'll be okay.
Today, Adrienne's family joins her as she christens her new boat.
Being on our boat, you know, for all those many river miles, and you just kind of get used to telling the difference between a rock and a wave or whatever, and so she's just got that down, and that's a lot of it, just learning to do that.
I'm happy for her because I think it's something she wanted. I would be confident on her boat.
She's going to be nervous, but it's going to be a good nervous. I'm proud of her. She's been working for this for quite a while.
I'm so excited that they could all come, and I know they're excited for me to have a boat, so it's cool for them to come out and show their excitement and support as well.
As the boats pull out into the current, they form a sort of flotilla drifting around the bend. Adrienne gets the feel of her boat in no time.
I definitely notice that I have to work pretty hard to make certain pulls, but at the same time, because it's so big, it takes bigger waves and can hit holes that some boats, it would surf them or high side them or something, and I don't have to worry as much about that with my boat.
With the main payette under her belt, Adrienne has more confidence in her boat. After a few more practice runs, she'll be ready for her biggest challenge yet, the Class 4 rapids of the South Fork.
What I do in my cat is I back into this.
Full on backwards?
Yeah, I put my tubes.
On a hot summer day, Adrienne and her brother Josh talk strategy above the whitewater of the South Fork of the Payette River.
And down below, it's read and run. That's really important in low water. Just pay attention to yours.
That's a concern for me for sure.
For a novice boater, churning Class 4 rapids can stir up a few butterflies.
I'm nervous. It's a big run for me. Well, hopefully I don't flip. I could bend my frame or fall out.
Rapids with names like Bronco Billy, Staircase, and Slalom, all capable of flipping a boat.
That current can just take your boat in a direction that you totally don't want to go in, and you have to work so hard to, row back to where you actually want to be. And it was really like, if I don't make this pull, I'm going to be in trouble at this point. My brother really helped me know the line through the rapid, and so when I got off course, it was pretty easy for me to think of that, like where I need to be and get to, and so then it was just like, I just have to do this. Like I can't flip my boat or get stuck in a hole or wrapped on a rock. So it just kind of had to do what you had to do. I didn't think I would be quite as scared as I was, but I think you need that fear and that adrenaline to actually get through it. So it was a good thing. It's scary going down these rapids and doing something you've never done, but it's totally worth it at the end. It's addictive.
With a name like Cold Snow, you better know how to ski if you live in snow country, or have a pretty good excuse if you don't.
We're signing our life away. All right.
Tim Coldsnow and his son Billy not only know how to ski,
Get out of here, we're skiing.
they're pretty good at it. But today they finally get to try backcountry skiing, something Tim has had on his bucket list for a long time.
Yeah, it's thrilling to say the least, and we've been wanting to do this for a long time, and it's finally starting to happen. It's kind of almost surreal.
Do we have everybody? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
It's terrifying, but it's better to be prepared than not.
Tim grew up in northern Idaho where the long winters made skiers out of most kids. But adulthood took him to the Midwest, where he retired his skis for many years.
I've taken skiing back up. I had basically a 20-year hiatus from skiing, and we've moved back into this country, and I ski seriously. So this is something that I wanted to do.
I'll set a track. You guys set a track next to me, and next to me, and next to me. Don't go way out there to find that track. We'll find powder. Everybody will ski powder. I ask that everybody just tone their skiing down a notch. If anybody gets injured out here, it's a long, long ways back to the ski area.
It's a bumpy, noisy ride for about an hour, until finally they arrive at the top of the first run.
You ready, Billy boy?
Let's rock and roll.
But first, the guides give some safety tips.
You need to talk about what happens if an avalanche does occur.
With a solid layer of hoarfrost on top of powder, the avalanche danger is real, but the guides take every precaution to keep the skiers safe.
The beacons are the last line of rescue. Our visual clues are our most important clues. You're the closest person there, you should perform the rescue. It's a race against time. Just start digging.
Go right through your coat to make sure it's transferred.
There you go. I got you.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
The guides are going easy on everybody for their first run. The snow isn't too deep and the slope is moderate.
I'm in. We're ready.
All right.
Let's do it. Well, I think if anybody that's an avid skier that gets an opportunity like this is something that if you are definitely into skiing and you have an interest in the backcountry, this is the pinnacle. This is what we came up here for. Oh my God, it is the true feeling of floating. Yeah, I just got to get my legs underneath me.
I was flying, just floating.
Just take me back there. Oh man, that was the real deal. Oh, unbelievable.
We have almost 18,000 acres in our permit boundary. Ready?
Yep.
Woohoo! Let's go. So our terrain goes from easy beginner terrain to like Black Diamond. We stayed pretty much on the moderate terrain today. It was fast snow, but still powder.
By midday, the sun is out and the views are spectacular in every direction. From the top of Granite Mountain, the Seven Devils and the Wallowas dominate the horizon far to the west. The fire lookout stands as a monument to winter with its heavy burden of snow.
Boy, there's a lot of snow up here. Holy cow.
We're not in Kansas anymore.
And there's like 20 feet. Hopefully we'll get as many good runs in this afternoon as we got this morning.
A quick lunch and a warm yurt gives the group a break to refuel and rest. And then it's back to the slopes to catch a few more runs before the daylight fades.
Hold.
Ready? Away we go. Bonsai. I didn't really know what to expect. I think the openness of the skiing that we did get to do, and then the depth of the snow, it was a perfect depth for me. The snow condition was perfect. You know, the sun was out. I mean, you can't ride it any better, I don't think.
It was skiing a dream. There was nothing like it. I've never been back in a part of the world where there's nothing around you and the snow's like untouched and it's so quiet, it's just the ringing in your ears.
And this is kind of a proof to myself that I can still handle it and I can still ski at a serious level, and there's stuff that I don't want to handle anymore, but it really helped my confidence today. Can't wait to do it again.
It's really special. I knew that he sacrificed a lot for us when we grew up in Kansas, and it's just fun to see the joy in his face when we get back out here and he's back out living in it, and this was the first half of his life, and it warms my heart to see him so happy.
Funding for Outdoor Idaho is made possible by the Friends of Idaho Public Television, by the Laura Moore Cunningham Foundation, committed to fulfilling the Moore's legacy of helping to build the great state of Idaho, and by the Corporation for Public Broadcasting.